Intentional stories.
Good day, everyone. You are welcome once again to Intentional Audio Stories. Remember, these are stories that would help you make intentional life decisions. This is episode 14 and it's titled The Building. Story. Once upon a time, there were two men who set out to build a house for their families. They were soon going to retire from their jobs, so they wanted to build a story building each for their families. One of the men was more intentional about what he wanted to build. So, because he was intentional, he wanted to build what will last, what will not crumble after some years. And so he went all out, looking for the best materials. He specifically supervised everyone that worked on the building of the house. He had to travel very far sometimes to get quality materials. He was not in a hurry at all. He took his time, one day at a time, building because he had the future in mind. But his friend, on the other hand, did not care. He just wanted to have a house real quick. So he made do with whatever materials he could lay his hands on. He chose laborers randomly without even asking questions. But you know what? Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Intentional stories.
Welcome back. The unintentional builder completed his house very quickly and it was looking very beautiful. But his other friend was still halfway because of his intentionality. He could not move at the same pace with his friend. But time has a way of separating the wise from the foolish. But when the rain came, some internal damages began, and a couple of years later, the walls began to crack because some of the material he used were not original. They began to wear out. Whenever there was a heavy storm, he's always scared because he doesn't even know what will be affected next. Even though the house was beautiful on the outside, but he didn't have peace living in it. His friend had finished his own building, though late, but he had peace. So I ask us, what kind of life are we building? What kind of life are you building? And what materials are you using? Jesus talks about the wise man and the foolish man. The wise man that builds his house on the rock, and the foolish man that builds his house on the sand. If you know Jesus and you're walking in the ways of Jesus, you are definitely like that wise man because what you are building will last forever. But you will be like the foolish man if you do not know Jesus and you are not walking in the ways of Jesus, and all your life is centered on is what will not last. But if you do not know Jesus and you are not walking in the ways of Jesus, you are like the foolish man, and whatever you are building will definitely not last. When the end of time comes, that building will be exposed. But if you are building your life with God and His Word, congratulations, you are building on the rock and it cannot be shaken. Thank you for listening. See you on the next one. Bye.